it has started. So let me share my screen. So has anyone been able to go through the sharing document? Because I think it was shared a bit earlier. So has anyone been able to take a look at what we are going to be working on this week? Okay, Kevin has seen it. What about the others? Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. So as you okay, Collins, like so we're gonna go through it now. So if anything is not clear, if you want me to go through it again, if let's say I'm not audible or you're not seeing my screen, make sure to just open your mic and speak or raise your hands because I'm I won't be able to see your uh, message while I'm on another tab. So yeah, let's start. Okay, so for this week, we're going to be working on using AI or LLMs, which is large language models such as ChatGPT, to accelerate the hiring and other HR processes. So it's going to be an interesting and hands-on engaging project. So I'm super excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited about this week. So let's start. So for this week, you're going to be working as operations manager at a company called Isoprene. And it's this company is a dedicated company or for to creating sustainable technology solutions. So make sure that I'm saying this part because you're going to be needing this part when you are preparing the project. So your company is expecting to hire new employees in different uh, departments, specifically in four departments. We're going to be looking at which is the departments, which are the departments, and you are responsible for managing the entire hiring process. So the entire hiring process includes starting from creating a description, job description, creating a post, and then when the candidates see the post and apply to the job, you're going to be having to screen the candidates, select the appropriate candidates, like come up with the interview questions and go through the interview process and then the hiring process. So we're not going to be working on the hiring process, but we're going to be working on for this week. We're going to be working on creating the job description, the job posting, uh, screening the candidates and selecting the appropriate candidates for the position and using AI to create the interview questions and yeah, and selecting the CVs. So yeah. So for the specific goals for this week, the first thing that you're gonna do is the first goal that we have is job description and posting. So you're gonna be using LLMs to create or AI to create a clear and attractive job descriptions for positions in finance, IT, which is information technology, business development, and public relations. So you're gonna be uh, looking to hire employees from these four departments, and you're gonna be starting off by creating a job description and posting for these departments. And the second process is going to be so after you have like as I've said, after you have created the job description and posted it, people are going to apply and give you their CVs, right? So we have already prepared the CVs. So you're going to be imagining that people have submitted their CVs, and your second task is going to be reviewing these resumes or the CVs uh, uh, in this document or the folder. So you can go to this folder and take a look at what you're going to be working with. So we have a folder for each department, and you're going to go through each department and just review them. And at random, you're going to be picking 5 candidates from each folder or from for each position. So this is going to be completely random. So randomly just pick 5 CVs or 5 resumes from each folder, and then you're going to be using generative AI tools or LLMs just to help you screen these resumes and match the candidates. So we're going to be looking at how we can do this. You're going to be using AI or these LLM tools to create interview questions after you have selected the appropriate candidates. And then finally, you're going to be creating a report and presentation on the overall hiring process. So these are going to be the goals that you are going to be working towards achieving this week. So the learning outcomes include learning how to create a detailed job description by using AI, learning how to create interview questions by using AI, learning how to screen CVs by using AI, ability to use AI to summarize the CVs, using generative AI to screen the CVs. So that's the scenario for this week. So are we clear so far, guys, or are there any questions? If it is clear, can I see some thumbs up so that we can? Okay, good. Okay, so let's continue. So the key dates include the challenge introduction, which is happening right now. Okay, I have to, okay. So this is week 2. And the entry submission is going to be held on Wednesday or the day after tomorrow, which is August the 7th. And the final submission is as usual on Saturday, which is August the 10th. So yeah, let's jump to the deliverables and tasks to be done. So this week we have created the tasks, or we have written the task to be more detailed than previous week, so it's easier to do. So task 1 is going to be, as we have discussed, just to answer the first goal that we have seen on the scenario. So writing the job description and the posting. So here the first task is going to be writing the job description. So for each department, you're going to be writing the job descriptions. For finance, so this is where you have to be very careful. So for finance, you're going to be developing a job description that outlines the key responsibilities. So here we are talking about key responsibilities for the finance employee. So these are financial planning, budgeting, forecasting, and report the financial report. And the highlighted the required qualification include experience in financial analysis, the proficiency with financial software such as P3 and so on, and relevant certifications. But here, when we come to the IT department, so you're going to be creating a job description for roles. So here we are talking about roles. So here you can only choose one role. So don't go ahead and create a job description for each role, but rather choose one role and create a job description for that role. So here we have the software developer role, we have the IT support specialist, and the network administrator role. So and detailed essential skills and qualifications such as programming language that's relevant to the role that you are looking to hire, cybersecurity knowledge if it is applicable, and IT certifications which are applicable. And here for the business development position, you're going to be writing a description that emphasizes responsibilities such as identifying business opportunities. So here we are talking about the responsibilities, not the role, right? So you can include these things in one description or in one job posting. Like business opportunity identification, building partnership, and driving sales goals. And the qualifications are strong negotiation skills, the market research capabilities, and expertise in business strategies. And for the public relations, so here we are talking about roles. So the roles focusing on the managing the company's public image, media relation, communication strategies. So the role is more focused on, so this is one role and the role is already focused on building a good public image for the company, building a good media relations and communication strategies. So the skills include excellent written and verbal communication, media relation experience, and background on in public relation or communication. So here we have included how you can do this. So by using generative AI to help you to get started, so use generative AI to write a good prompt. So the response of any generative AI or any LLM depends on the prompt. So if you give it a good prompt, it will give you a good response. If you give it a bad prompt, it's not going to be able to give you a good response. So here, just good write a good prompt and create a job description for the above departments, and we have already uh, included an example. So here, create a comprehensive job description for a position within a specific department of a company, and the job description should include the following sections. So here, this all is just the prompt, and when you give it the prompt, this prompt is going to create the job description for the specific job position that you are looking for. So here we only request that you create a folder and name it job description and install all the job descriptions there. So for each job description, you're gonna have a PDF file, or you can just create it in a doc and convert it into a PDF file and put all four. So you're gonna have four positions, so four job descriptions, right? Or job postings. So put all four PDF files into the folder, and you're gonna share the folder with us. So is that clear for task one? Okay. Okay, that's good. Yes, Bernard. And then Ari, I think.
Just, just for clarity, you are saying that we are going to develop 4 or 5 job descriptions. It does well, or we are going to pick one role and develop a job description for it.
So you're gonna have four job openings, or you're looking to hire for the four departments. So you're gonna be creating one job description or job posting for each department. So you have four departments, so one for each department, which is going to be four job descriptions.
Okay, okay, all right. So you develop the job description for each role in the department each. So which will be 4 in all.
Yes. So for the finance, you're gonna be having one. For the IT, you're gonna be having one. For the business development, you're gonna be having one, and for the public relation, you're gonna be having one. So for job descriptions for each department. So no, so sorry. One job description for each department, which is going to be four at the end, or when you sum them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I think there was one hand raised, or was that an accident? Okay, I think it was an accident. So let's continue. Okay, so for task two, you're gonna be preparing interview questions. So you have to go back and review the job description that you have created. So the job description that you have created for the finance department, the IT department, the business development department, and the public relation department. And from your review, you're going to be identifying the key competencies that you are looking for when hiring employees for that department. So identify the key competencies, skills, and qualification required for each role, and focus both on the soft skill and the technical skill. And you have to also focus on the value of, or the just what the company stands for, because the employee should be culturally fit for that company. And then make sure to go through each department's job description and use generative AI in order to identify these key areas and focus on them. in order when creating the prompt, when creating the interview. Sorry. So we have provided an example prompt here. So this is the prompt actually. So you are given a job description that you need and need to identify the key competencies required for the key role. So here are the steps to follow. So this is just a prompt, not for you, so that the LLM can understand more or what it needs to do. So here, read the job description title and summary, analyze the key responsibilities, review the qualifications, and examine skill and competencies, and then consider the work environment. So you're going to be developing two types of interview questions. Oh, sorry. LLMs are large language models such as ChatGPT and so on, or Copilot, Cloud, and so on. So uh, you can call them AI, but they are more of LLMs. But I'm using them interchangeably because you're going to be using the LLMs or ChatGPT to be
Can you
specific
mention
for.
the full name of the LLM? Sorry, the full
Yes, yes.
name.
Large language model, or
Okay,
let
thank
me
you.
write message box. Yeah, so I've written it in the message box. So LLMs are just large language models. Okay. So you're going to be developing two types of interview questions. The first one is general interview questions. So you have to prepare a set of general interview questions that you can use for all departments. So you can use it when you are interviewing the finance department, when you're interviewing the IT department, and so on, right? So these should be covering topics such as the work ethics, teamwork, problem solving. So these are just more of a generic thing that you want your employees to have, but not specifically for that department. So every uh, you want to make sure that the employees align with the work ethic of the company, what the teamwork that they have, the teamwork mentality that they have, and problem solving and so on. So these are just general and not limited to one department. So some of the examples include, can you tell me a bit about yourself and your background, your interests in this position, and why are you looking to work for Isoprene? And yeah, and describe a challenging situation that you have faced at work and how did you handle it and so on. So these are general questions that you can ask any of the employees or the candidates. And the second type of interview question are created for department specific questions. So this means each interview questions are specified for that department. So you cannot be asking accounting questions for the IT department and so on, right? So these are specific department specific questions. So you can use, so here is where the previous analysis come in handy. So you can use the identified key competencies to create interview questions that assess each competency. I'm sorry. Yeah. So uh, here you have created by using LLM, you have identified the key responsibilities, competencies, skills, and so on, right? So you can use those inputs in order to create a department specific question that you can ask the candidates. Yes, Collins.
Thank you, sir. Just to say, everything you're still reading now is still part of the prompt.
Yes, yes. Can you come again?
Yes, those things you're still reading now, they're still part of the prompt.
No, 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 no. So the prompt stopped here. So the prompt stopped here. So the prompt is just starting from here up to, sorry, so up to here, up to 5. So the prompt is just from here. from here up to here. So that was a borderline, but from here up to here. Yeah. Can you see it?
Yes, I can
So
see
this
it. Okay, up to 5. Yeah.
is so yeah, this is just the prompt for identifying the key competencies and skills that are required. And then this is just the task. So here you're gonna be developing an interpretation that's general, and here you're gonna be creating a department specific interpretation here. So these are the tasks, but prior to this one, it was the prompt. So here is again the prompt. Here, let me just highlight it. And yeah, here is another prompt that you can use in order to generate department specific interview questions. So here, from here up to 5, there is a specific or is a prompt that you can use in order to identify the interview question that's department specific. So here in the prompt here, if you can see, you are given a set of key competencies, and then there is a place for the, I'm sorry. Oops. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. So here we call this a placeholder. So it's not supposed to be live like this, but here you have to actually put in the key competencies that you have discovered prior. So you are given as the key competencies, and here under the placeholder, you're going to be deleting the first folder and you put in the key competencies. And here for the job, and here again, it's a place folder. And here you're going to be putting in the job description that you have created. And then, yeah, you can use this one. So is that clear? It's not clear. Okay. Let me just do it again. So here is the prompt. You are given a set of key competencies, and in a bracket, we have key competencies goes here, right? So this is called a placeholder. So a placeholder is just there to hold the place for the input. So here we're going to be deleting this part when you are using the prompt and input the key competencies that you have discovered here from using this prompt. And here for the job, again, we have a placeholder here. So you're going to be inputting the job description that you have created from task 1 here. Okay, so you're going to be deleting this part and inputting the job description, and then you can just erase the things. So is that clear, or did I create?
Please, sir, can you repeat that part again?
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so I think the term placeholder is new, but so here this is the prompt that you can use. Just mind you that you are not restricted to using only this prompt. You can use any prompt that you want, but it's just a recommendation, right? So here you are given a set of key competencies, and here if you see there is a bracket, right? So this is a bracket. So after the bracket, you can see all key competencies goes here in all caps, right? So what this is a placeholder. So a placeholder means where you put something. So it's just holding the place for something, for an input. So you are going to delete this part and put in the key competencies that you have discovered by using this prompt. And after you have put it there for the job, and here we have another placeholder, which is job descriptions goes here. So you're gonna delete this part and put in the job description that you have created in task 1, and then the rest of the prompt you can just use it as it is. So is that clear? Okay. 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 Good. Good. So that's it for task 2. So we have provided some examples here for the interview questions for each department. For instance, for the finance department, there is this is just one of the let's say prompts. So develop questions that assess the candidates' financial analysis, skill, experience in financial software, and understanding of the financial principles. So these are the skills, right? These are the competencies, right? So these are the competencies that you have put in. So this was what I was talking about earlier. But yeah, so example could be, can you explain your experience in financial forecasting and budgeting? How can you ensure accuracy in your financial report and so on and so on. So these are just examples of department-specific interview questions. Yeah, so you can go through them when you can. But is it clear how you can create interview questions for both the department-specific and for the general interview questions? Okay, I have one thumbs up, two thumbs up. Okay, I'm going to take that as a yes, but if there is any questions, please ask now. Okay. Yeah, so as I've said, we have already provided resumes for different candidates under each department. So task 3 is going to be reviewing these resumes. Yes, Isaac, is there any problem? Isaac, can you speak or type in the message? Yes, Pramsa.
Your slide is not visible.
I can't hear you. Your voice is a bit far.
Okay, your slide is not visible for me. Maybe it is a technical problem.
Yeah, it's a bit far.
Okay.
But can you maybe type it in the message if you have a question? Okay. So
Okay, maybe
for,
can I react something?
yes, of course.
You know, yeah, like especially during the reviewing the resume of the candidates, you know,
Yes.
so far people are, especially the HR department, they are using the old way of, you know, selecting those people who are fit for the post. So, but now using this LLM, how can we just identify those candidates who are very close to the job description? Is it based on their CV or the maybe like a supportive letter or cover letter like? So there are a bulk of, you know, people who are going to apply for the post. So in this case, within a limited time period, how can those HR department can identify the right people for the right post? So using this LLM. Thank you.
Okay. Good question. So that's why we are having actually this challenge. So in this challenge, we're going to be looking out how we can okay, sorry. So we're going to be looking at how we can use LLMs or AI in order to screen the CVs of many candidates. For instance, for here, here, if you go to this link, we have already provided a folder that includes, so this is a zip folder, so I cannot open it right now. Sorry. Yeah, so but here you can see we have different folders for each department. So for instance, let me go to the finance. So here you can see there are many or just candidates who had applied. So here, these are the CVs or the resumes of each candidate. So just imagine that the people have already submitted their CVs here. And what you're going to do is you're going to be using LLM in order to just identify the top candidates. And we do have a session, I believe it's on Wednesday. So on Wednesday session, we're going to be looking at how we can just use the AI or LLM in order to identify which candidate is the best or which candidate is closer to the job description that we have posted. So it will be covered in the sessions, and it's also included in the challenge document that we have provided. So is that clear, Tarafa? Did I answer your question?
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, so here inside, as I've just showed you, inside the data folder, there should be a separate folder for each department, as I have showed you here. So this is for the finance. Here we have around 118 items or 118 candidates that have applied for this position, and we have for the business development, we have 120 items or 120 candidates that have already applied. So these are resumes. It's not going to open because it's a zip file, but you can download this zip file and just take a look at the CVs yourself. So yeah, we have these things for here, and what you're gonna do is, since the CVs that we have provided are very large and you have a very limited time, you're gonna be picking only 5 candidates at random from each department. So you're gonna be picking 5 departments, 5 candidates from each department at random. So you're gonna be ending up with 20 candidates, right? Or 20 resumes. So for each department, 5 times 4 is 20. So you're gonna be ending up with 20 resumes, and you're gonna be using AI tools or LLMs to help you screen resumes, or you can rescreen them manually. But I would advise you to get used to screening them with AI, because it's going to be a lot of work and time consuming to screen them manually. But if you want, you can screen them manually. So what you are going to be looking for in each resume is qualification, experience, skills, certification, and so on. And we're going to be looking at how we can incorporate this into our prompt and get the best result from AI. So here are just the steps that you can follow in order to screen the resume, or in order to just rank the resume that you have selected. So the first thing is provide the job description, share the CVs with OpenAI or ChatGPT. You can share 4 files. So you can share these files directly to the LLM, and just key areas to focus, just specify any particular area or any particular, let's say, competency that you want to highlight there. Yeah, so is that clear for task 3? Let me just share only, I believe. Yeah, so is that clear, guys? Task 3, is task 3 clear? Okay, good.
Maybe can you summarize a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 minutes about task 3?
Sure.
Sorry.
Sure. Yeah, you can. So task 3 is just all about screening the resumes, or screening the resumes that we have provided. So we have provided resumes. You can find them under this folder. So you're gonna go into these folders and just select 5 resumes from each department at random. So you don't have to go through 120 resumes and so on and so on. You just have to select or pick 5 resumes from each department, and you can use those 5 resumes for each department. I'm talking about each department. So at the end, you're gonna be you're gonna end up with 20 resumes, right? Because for 5 resumes for each department, which is 4, is 20. So for the 20 departments, you're gonna be analyzing them and screening them. So one way you can screen them is manually, which is by reading each resume and comparing them with the job description, the competencies, and so on and so on. And the second thing that you can do is use AI to help you with screening the resumes. So when screening the resumes, we have a session, as I've said, on Wednesday on how to do this. But the key things that we are going to look for are the qualifications, the experience, the skills, and the certifications that are required for the position. So we're going to use LLM and the steps that you can use when using AI in order to screen the resumes. Are by the way, guys, I'm using the term AI and LLM interchangeably, so don't be confused. They're so here for this project, they are, or for this training, they are literally the same thing. But yeah, AI is much more broader, but for this project or for our case, we can use them interchangeably because we are calling just ChatGPT and like cloud and these things AI, which are actually LLMs. So what you can do, or the steps that you can do in order to use AI to help you screen the resumes are: the first thing is you're gonna share or provide the job description for that department. You're gonna be sharing the 5 CVs that you have selected randomly, and just focus or specify any particular areas that you want the LLM to focus on. So if you provide these 3 things for the LLM, it will be able to screen the resume. So we do have, as I've said, we do have a session on Wednesday on how to do this. So if you join that session, we're going to be having a larger or a wider discussion and a practical session there. But yeah, this is just the summary of task 3. Is it clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I think there was one question. Okay, Hermela said in the CV.zip file, there are about 7 departments that are supposed to be right job description, and yeah. So Hermela, originally we had 7 departments for you to work on, but considering that this is just the second week and that the time is more limited, we have actually decided to just go for the 4 departments. So just ignore the 3 departments and work on the 4 departments that we have already specified in the current document. Okay. So if everything is clear, let's just go to task 4, which is the final task. So the final task is just using AI and report writing and communication or communicating work. So here you're gonna be summarizing all the tasks that you have done, which starts from the screening, the interviewing process, the job description writing process, and so on. Actually, the screening and the interview process, because the job description is prior to that. So you're going to be summarizing the screening process that you have performed, the things that you have done, the interview process, and so on. And you're going to be organizing the data into categories such as strengths. So you're going to be creating a table that includes strengths, weakness, skills, experience, and culture fit. And you're going to be just writing or highlighting the data that you have collected or the data that you have while screening and interviewing. here. So just to make it clear, so here, no, I think I think example is more suited. So you have 5 candidates from each department, right? And you have actually created interview questions for these 5 candidates, and you have created or summarized these 5 resumes by using LLM or manually. So here, what you're gonna do is just write the strings for instance, for the finance department. Let's say there is a candidate named Joe, for example. So for Joe, you're gonna write his strengths, his weakness, his skills, his experience, his culture fit by looking at his screening or the resume screening process, and you're gonna put that in a table. So for each candidate, you're gonna do that, and here for the candidate summary, you're gonna be providing a summary for the top 2. So when you are summarizing the resumes, the LLM is going to give you a rank. So like let's say Joe is the first candidate or the highest ranked candidate. Let's say Bitania is the second, and so on and so on, right? So you're gonna be writing a summary for just the 2 candidates for each department. So for the finance department, you're gonna be having 2. For the HR department, you're gonna be having 2, and so on and so on. So, and then you're gonna have a comparative analysis. Here is just to compare the top candidates, which is the top candidate from each department. So here you're gonna be going across departments. So you're gonna be selecting the top candidate or the top candidate from the finance department, the top candidate from the HR department, the top candidate from the IT department, and so on, and just write a comparative analysis for these candidates. And here you can also use a table for your comparative analysis. And here the recommendation, you're gonna make a recommendation on which 3 candidates should be interviewed for each role. So here, after the analysis, you're gonna be submitting the names of 3 candidates from each role. And if you want to get a bonus point, you can use AI to create a tailored interview questions for only the top candidates. So just consider the role and their previous experience from their resume or the CV. So yeah, is it clear? Is task 4 clear, guys?
Okay. I just maybe a bit you can talk again on the candidate summary aspect, and what you mentioned about putting it on the Gen AI.
I'm sorry, can you come again?
Candidate summary. I just need a brief explanation again on the candidate summary and how we'll use it through the Gen AI.
Okay, the bonus point, I think. But okay, let's start from the candidate summary. So for the candidate summary, since you are restricted to use time, we only ask that you summarize the top 2 candidates. So when you are using AI in order to screen the resumes on task 3, so task 3 is all about screening the resumes or screening the candidates, right? So when you are using AI or generative AI in order to screen the resumes, you're gonna be ending up with a rank, right? So let's say candidate 1 is more like the most fitting, and candidate B is rank 2, number 2, and candidate C is rank number 3, and so on and so on. So it's going to give you a rank. So from that rank, you're gonna be just selecting the top 2, the first rank, and the second, and you're gonna be providing a summary or writing a summary for these top 2 candidates. from each department, and just include the key points from their resumes. Is it clear?
Boss, the truth is that, can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
That,
sir. Yeah, the truth is that the tax is very clear for me, but I hope to work with you so that we can because this is very, very important. The class is getting interesting. So please, even despite that we'll be doing the assignment, please, sir, I want to know if you guys will be taking us very deep into the practical sessions because the class is getting interesting right now. So I love what you're doing, but I hope to journey with you guys to do this assignment. Thank you very much.
okay, Shidrak, thank you very much for the comments. And I would like to assure you that we're gonna be having a practical session that you're gonna be seeing an in-depth analysis. So don't worry about that one. So we're gonna be having a practical session, and we're gonna be doing it again and again till everyone is comfortable with what they see. Okay. So if every task is clear, so let's go to the due dates or the submissions. So as I mentioned earlier, the first submission is going to be the interim submission, which is on Wednesday, August the 7th. So for this submission, we are expecting a Google Drive link. So as we have discussed on the first task, you're gonna be writing a job description for each department, and each department is gonna be a single PDF file. So you're gonna have 4 PDF files, right? For each department, one for each department. Since we have 4 departments, you're gonna be having 4 PDF files, and you're gonna be putting these PDF files in a folder, specifically in a Google Drive folder, and you're gonna be giving us a link. So yeah, so document should be the link to a Google Drive folder with all the job descriptions inside. So for the interim submission, we expect that a minimum of task 1 should be completed, and any further task that you have done should be submitted on the interim submission. Yeah. So is that clear for the interim submission, guys? Okay, good. So if anyone is new to how to use the Google Drive and how to share it, we can have a session. You can just write on Slack or DM or message me on Slack, and we can have a session and take a look at how we can create a folder in Google Drives, how we can share that folder, and give access for that folder. So if you want any help with that, just write on Slack or DM me or write a message to me, and I will be showing you how to do it. Okay. So let's move to the Saturdays or the final submission. So for the final submission, which is on August 10th, Saturday, we expect all the tasks from task 2 up to task 4, and it's going to be in a report format or in a PDF format. So the submission guideline include a PDF. Okay, here we're going to specify the time, the number of pages that you have to include. But yeah, the report should be task 2, which is general interview questions for each department and department specific interview questions for each department, which is task 2. And task 3 is going to be from the 5 resumes that you have selected at random, just pick the 2. Okay, I think this also is this is actually part of task 4. I will make sure to tell the team. Yeah, but Task 4 is just a brief overview of the hiring process and objectives, the summary of the top candidates for each department, which include the key points from their resumes, comparison between top candidates within each department, and highlight their strengths from their CVs, and of course, the two candidates from each department, you're gonna be writing about their qualification, experience, skill, and the certification, and put it in a table. I think there needs to be some edit here, but I will let you know on Slack when it's done. But yeah, so is it clear? Other than these two, yeah, is it clear on the submissions? Okay, thank you guys. So for the tutorial sessions, we are having the introduction to the challenge. So in the afternoon, we're gonna be having the creating interview questions with Reddit, and tomorrow there is a session on creating job descriptions, and on Wednesday we're gonna be looking at how we can use CV, AI or generative AI in order to screen CVs. And we are going to be having a Q&A session on Thursday, but as requested or as required, we might be having these weekly or daily discussions whenever there is a request from you guys. So you will be receiving comments and feedbacks for your submission for this week. Yeah, so you can go through these things, these references for more information. And yeah, that's it for this week's challenge introduction. Do you have any questions, any ambiguities, or anything that's not clear? The floor is yours. Okay, if there is no question, does that mean everything is clear? Can you
Actually,
show
for
me
the
some?
time being, we don't have a question, but while we are trying to do the task, if we have anything to be clear, I think it's better to share our ideas and question on Slacks so that we can have the common understanding and we'll do in a better way. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, of course. So that's why we have Slack actually. Slack is just to communicate on anything that's not clear or anything. So make sure to write on Slack. But if there is any questions right now, I was trying to just answer them. But if there's not, yeah, let me just stop the recording. And thank you for joining the session.